Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this really fuzzy logo and wanted to know how you could draw this in Corel Draw. I don't know size-wise what it's supposed to be, but we're going to do it kind of proportionately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an ellipse and I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. And then I'm going to kind of move my logo over. Wow, look at that. That's pretty close. Now take a second ellipse, Control D, and make a duplicate while holding down the Shift key. Get that part right there. We're a little bit off, but we're going to be in the center when we're working with this. So now what I want to do is you could use a rectangle, but I find it's easier to take a 2-point line and hit P. And let's see if we go to, that's about the right spacing. But I want to go to arrange and convert the outline or a line to an object. That way, when I smart fill it, it won't go into the total part. So I'm going to Control D and I'm going to rotate it 45 or 90 degrees. Then I'm going to let me change my nudge factor to something like 10 inches. And let me nudge, I can just nudge one of them out of the way and see what I mean. So now I'm going to have a space between them. Now I could do all of them, but I think if we do this, it'll be a lot easier. So I'm just going to nudge that over and nudge that back. I'm going to left click, right click. And if you look, I had to really look at it. It's got some, looks like rounded corners. So we're going to grab the shape tool and select all that. And we're going to go to Windows, Dockers, Corners. And we're going to set on, let's try that 1/2 inch. That's about, it might be a little bit more or less. Let's go back. Let's go 0.4. That looks pretty good. Now, because we're working in the center of the page, we're going to turn on our indexing lines. And then at this time, we don't have to fill them in. It'd probably be smart if they wanted that color to use the Smart Fill tool, grab your eyedropper and do that right there. I'm going to keep the outline for just a second. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate, and I'm going to move the center rotation to the center. And I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Control D. So now we have this part. Let's Control G to group, Control D to duplicate, and let's mirror it, and let's move it over and then mirror it the other way. Now, if you remember, we made our line a 1/2 inch. So we're going to make our nudge a 1/2 inch. That way the spacing should be the same. This might be a little bit difficult with the colors, but we want it to kind of match right to it. I'm going to call that good, and then I'm going to nudge it up. And now all my spacing are the same. And then you can Control G to group it. And at that time, you can make it any size you want it. And it's still going to retain that shape. That's a pretty cool logo. I'd like to see what company is using that, but don't really understand what it represents. But now you got a clear, and if you don't, I would maybe select it all and make sure you right click, no outline, so it won't have an outline in case you just want that color. And if you don't want that color, now that they're all grouped together, I'm pretty sure you could just select them and make them any color you want. Anyway, hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.